As almost everyone knows, Iron Man Bad Guy was one of the most successful clips of uninterrupted awesomeness in film history. But what most people fail to realize is the cutting-edge technology involved in such a tantalizing feature such as this. In the next few minutes, I will walk you through that monumental achievement. When I decide to approach a project like this, the first thing I grab is a sketch pad and a pencil. 9 times out of 10, I don't end up drawing anything worthwhile, but for some reason, just holding the pencil and chewing on it for a while seems to be inspiring. Once I decide on a direction of a project, I get my ideas onto a storyboard and loosely script it out. I found that when working with amateur actors, giving them a loose description of the lines in the scene and letting them interpret the dialogue in their own words seems to come out the most natural. Taking into account the complexity of the project and its lacking budget, I decided to shoot at noon because I needed to shoot multiple takes and I couldn't have the shadows moving around on me. Once I was set up, I hit the record button and let the actors do their thing. Hopefully I can use that. Once back at the studio, I threw the thousands of clips into After Effects and got to naming and organizing. In any sequence like this, you need a clean plate to help cover up or hide the pieces of video that you may not need in that particular shot. To do this, I bring 10 clean frames into Photoshop, line them up with the difference mode, and then take each of the layers' opacity down by 10% from the one below it. This removes any noise from the original footage. Once the plate was back in After Effects, I added a noise filter to help it blend in with the pre-existing footage. Now that I had my clean plate, I needed to set up my layers with animated or rotoscope masks. This allowed my characters to exist in any environment I decided to place them in. Once I had my characters rotoscoped out, I added my CG and went back and brushed up any loose rotoscope work, making sure that every character is interacting with its original background, the CG elements, and the clean plate is the trick. Now that the visuals were complete, it was time to render out the footage and send it to Soundtrack Pro for sound effects and voiceover. In this movie, many of the sounds were my own recordings, but in bizarre cases such as the Warp Portal, I needed to make use of Soundtrack Pro's effects library. My name is Tyler Robinson. I'm a motion graphics student. My design process is really undefined and sporadic so far. I have a lot of brainstorming techniques. Most of which don't involve being on the computer. Sometimes I sketch for ideas. But a lot of time I find my best ideas hit me when I take the time to be quiet and just let my mind wander. Alrighty, now that I've let you in on some of my secrets, I hope it's inspired you to get out there and make a movie of your own.